You know, I've seen some good videos before, right? But bro, the way this dude handled these police,
Right. You're an auditor, is that right?
Pardon?
The auditor? Or YouTuber?
Auditor? Like financials and stuff?
No, as in the auditors what the police do. Someone said apparently you're an auditor.
Who said that?
No, that's what someone said.
Oh, okay.
No? Just the first time I've seen you around here.
Pardon?
First time I've seen you. And we have a lot of people come outside, record. Obviously, we just don't know who you are.
Okay.
Obviously, normal people who we know who they are, we have no issue with people who they are.
Why do people come here and record?
People like police cars when they go out in blue lights.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Is that right?
Sure, you heard about Brian Barker? No, he's on YouTube, TikTok, does things like that.
No, don't know Brian Barker.
Oh, no, he's one of those ones that goes around the town.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Just
fair enough.
interacts with people.
Fair enough. Interesting. Good for him.
No, that's what he does. So that's what you're doing around here?
Minding my own business.
What, recording at the same time?
Well, maybe not.
So the issue is, I've obviously turned up my window down and I've heard you read out the registration to my vehicle.
Yes, I did.
Is there any reason you've done that?
Yes, there is. Absolutely.
What's that?
Oh, that's a private reason. I'll be taking it up with IOPC. So that's absolutely fine. That's nothing for you to worry about. IOPC
Just so
will deal
you're
with it.
aware, you're allowed to mount the payment if you're entering the premises.
Oh, are you? Oh, that's interesting. I'll check that one.
So the same way you drive across the pavement to go to your that makes sense?
Pardon?
Same way you drive across the pavement to go into your
To
front.
go across for the purpose of parking, but I mean, I think this is a wide enough berth that there was no reasonable reason for you to have to mount the curb. I realise that your card entry thing is right up against the wall and you need to be able to reach it from your window, but I think this is a wide enough berth that you could have pulled in and then gone to the wall. So I don't feel like in this circumstance that somebody would agree with you.
What's your name, my friend?
What's your name?
PC Cell.
What's your first name?
Chris.
Chris, cool.
What's your
What's the date of birth there, Chris?
I'm going to take my date of birth.
What's your address?
Okay, right, okay.
You see where I'm going with that? Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So, how long are you planning on being here for?
27th of December, did you say?
How long's a piece of string?
Yes, 27th and Mount on.
Interesting.
The 27th of December, year not now, but it's about 27, yeah?
So, do you do this to any other police stations or just this one?
Pardon?
Okay.
Do you do this to any other police stations or is it just this one?
Is that any of your business?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, I thought I had the right to privacy and private thoughts in this country. I thought we lived in a free country.
So the issue is being, obviously, you're filming things.
What do you do in your free time, Chris?
I don't know if you're filming cameras.
Well, what do you do in your free time, Chris?
Of police officers.
What do you do in your free time, Chris?
None of it.
I was down to talk to my doctor about Rybelsus.
Ask your
Just
healthcare provider
understand.
about Rybelsus today.
He ain't giving up nothing.
Whatever you do, do it for
He
less
handle them
at
like
Harbor Freight. Quality tools,
this how you
lowest
supposed to
prices.
handle the police.
Time, Chris?
None of your business.
Well, there you go. Exactly. See, there you go. Works
You're
both
making
ways,
my
doesn't
business
it?
Because you're here at my place of work.
But then you might do things that might be my business in your free time. So
Like what, my friend?
there we go. So like for like is none of your business as much as it's none of my business what you do in your free time. I'm on a public pavement, not on private property, not breaking any law,
Alright.
not doing anything illegal.
What about recording from an outside place into a private place?
That's not illegal either.
It is.
It's absolutely not.
It does.
It's absolutely
When
not.
that place is classified
Inside
as
a
private.
inside a dwelling, possibly, because that would be an
When
invasion
that
of
place is
privacy.
classified as private.
No, everything in this country is private property.
Not everything.
Absolutely, it is.
No, what?
Apart from the roads and the pavements.
Exactly.
Okay, but any police station is technically private property. Any government building, yes, it is.
No, the funding is public.
Yes.
What happens inside is, in relation to the security of it,
That's why you got walls and gates, isn't it?
Right.
So now we've got 2,
Walls and
4, 5.
walls and gates.
Yeah.
But when the gates are open, what happens?
Well, that's not your business.
That's exactly.
That's something for you to think about, isn't
That's
it?
what happens when the recording happens, isn't it?
Well, that's something for you to think about. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm planning on taking a drone up and over, so there's nothing you can do about that either. So, funnily enough, as much as you think it's private and secure, it's really not, because I'm going to take a drone over
When you plan to take your drone over,
but whenever I'm ready to.
Have you got a permit to fly a drone over this?
Pardon?
You got a permit to fly that drone over a police station?
Permit?
Yeah.
You don't need a permit for drones,
You
mate.
have to fly drones over certain parts of London.
Yeah, certain parts of London, that's very true. So you've got Hyde Park, City of London and Isle of Dogs. Those are the 3 parts, and obviously the areas surrounding any airports and heliports. Those areas, you're right, you can't. I'm not in that area right now.
What's the proximity between you have to be between an airport where you can fly?
2.5 nautical miles.
2.5. So how far is it from here to the closest helipad?
Do you want me to show you?
Closest helipad.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Which is where?
I'll show you. Hang on. I don't have to show you, but I will.
I'm just asking.
Just for your benefit, I will show you. Okay. Okay. So
These assholes.
we are. So that no, that's the nearest one. Okay. So that is a heliport. That's the Hyde Park, and no, that's the City of London, and that's Hyde Park. Either or, that's the Isle of Dogs. This big red odd-shaped one. There you go, guys. That's London specified area. That does not apply to UAVs. That is for single-engine helicopters only. That's what the restriction applies where I'm stood right now. It's for single-engine helicopters, not for UAVs. Okay?
And how long are you planning on flying it over the police station
As
for?
long as it takes to get the footage that I want to get, really.
What footage is that you'd like to get?
The footage that I want to get.
The reason I'm asking, maybe we can assist you in getting that footage.
I mean, can you sit on my drone and aid me and, you know, point my things up? Well, there you go, exactly. So how are you going to aid me?
Well, if you see this communication is there, obviously you tell us what you need to get, and obviously we can hopefully try and assist you with that.
I'm a big boy and I can look at what I need to get out of my own back.
Okay, and how far close are you looking against the police station?
As close as I can.
And I'm not asking no question.
Right on top of it?
I mean, probably directly over it, yeah.
Directly over it.
Yeah, probably.
And what's your intentions with it? What are you going to do once you post?
Pardon?
Any intentions when you post anything? Or is it just for your own
What do you
personal
mean post
collection?
anything?
Are you going to post anything online?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Okay.
Alright. When you were speaking to your camera just then, you said, there you go, guys. So I suspect you're potentially going to film it, put it online, speak to, for other people.
Actually.
Okay, cool. So you plan on flying it directly over the police station?
Potentially.
Okay.
Not a problem.
So can I just get some identity from you guys? Who are you guys?
PC Anderson.
PC Anderson, sorry, and your call number?
2319.
2319, lovely, thank you. And yourself?
Let's stay further.
I can't. Can you just verbally announce as you're
Yeah,
supposed to?
3768.
Thank you. And yourself, ma'am?
2021.
2021, appreciate it.
1900.
1900, and yourself, sir?
1592 Charlie Echo.
1592 Charlie Echo. And you're all based here, are you?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, all five of you.
You
Brilliant.
understand why we're speaking to you?
Nope.
You don't understand why we're speaking
Nope. Not at all.
to you? Okay. You understand it's a police station, yes?
Yes, obviously.
You understand a lot of things happen in a police station, yes?
Yeah, of course.
In relation to security,
Mhm.
who's coming and going.
Right.
Unfortunately, just how things are at the moment.
How things are at the moment,
In
what do you mean?
relation to people recording outside police stations. One,
Right,
people record for their own benefits,
right,
which I understand people are allowed to do.
right.
On top of that, we still need to understand what people are doing outside. Are they recording police officers coming and going in their own
No.
cars?
So I would disagree with your wording there. You would like to understand, right?
No, we would, not you. I said we would like to understand.
No, you said you would need to understand.
Yes, we would need to.
I would say you would like to
No,
understand.
I
I would say there's a very semantic
No.
difference there.
I was-
Very semantic difference,
I
but
would
it is
say
important.
We would need to understand what people are doing when they're coming and going. The reason why I state that is, unfortunately, certain people, not you, certain people have stated that they like to do certain things to certain police officers when they come and go.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the reason when we speak to people, we like to establish who they are.
Right? Yeah, again, you would like to.
Yes, we like to
You would
establish
like
who
to,
they
yeah.
are. Okay, not until we know who that person is. The way how we deal with that person depends on their responses.
Okay, I can tell you for a fact today that you're not going to get my information.
We didn't say we need your
Okay.
information.
Well, you did. You said you'd like to know somebody's
No,
identity.
no,
So I can
no.
tell you that's not going to happen.
I didn't say identity. I said when we speak to people, we know what their intentions are.
You said you'd like to know who they are.
Intentions are.
You'd like to know who they are. Keep up with what you're saying. Your lives don't track if you keep changing your tune every 2
I said
seconds.
intentions are.
You said you would like to know who they are.
Okay,
And I'll tell you now, you're not going to find out who I am.
It also comes down to intentions.
We've got a sergeant. I'd suggest you leave it to the sergeant, to be honest. Sergeant's probably better equipped for this. How are you doing, sergeant?
Necessarily. Good morning. How can I help?
Who are you, sorry, sergeant?
My name's Sergeant Leaper.
And your collar number there, sergeant?
154 Charlie Echo.
154 Charlie Echo. Lovely, thank you. You're based here, are you?
Yep.
Brilliant, cool, thank you. So once this is gaggle of whatever is all dissipated, I would like to report something to you. Yeah.
Okay. You don't get to tell me who can and can't stay here. If you're not willing to speak to me here, so you can make an appointment. But what I was told is an issue with a driving offence originally. Is that correct?
Yes, there is. So that's been reported to you. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
So that's why I was reading out your registration, because they were in the vehicle that you were in now at the time.
Okay.
So-
So what issue do you have with someone's driving?
So when I arrived here at Bethnal and I came out of the tube station, you got the Sainsbury's local just down the road there.
Yeah.
There were two constables
Yeah.
parked on double yellow lines opposite side of the road
Okay.
with their lights on. So I thought, oh, maybe something's going on. So I stood around to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I see them going to the Sainsbury's. So I thought, oh, maybe something's happened at the Sainsbury's.
Okay.
So I start recording, and turns out they just went in to buy their lunch.
Okay.
Now, obviously, that's not acceptable for constables to use their lives, to park on double yellow lines, to go buy their lunch. I understand that you need breaks. I understand that you need to eat.
Okay.
You're human. I get it.
Okay.
But you're not allowed to abuse your lives in order to do that, are you?
Okay.
As soon as they realised that I was recording their vehicle, the female driver comes out, turns the lights off, moves the vehicle. I see the male constable walking down the road, so I follow him and I ask him, why did that happen? He's like, I wasn't the driver. I was like, doesn't matter. You had every right to say to the driver, let's not park here, let's find somewhere proper to park and let's not abuse our lives. I tried to get the collar number of the female driver. I tried to get her collar number and ask her why she was doing that.
Okay.
Just blank refused to even acknowledge me, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in the registration of the vehicle that these two just came in, and it was at 11:37. Okay.
Well, that's something I can do. It's no problem at all.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you come around the back trying to film officers going in and out of the station.
No, you're making an assumption that that's what I was recording, aren't you?
Okay. Well, what are you doing here then? Because you essentially were told to
See
make
how
an
you trying to
officer
flip
deal
it.
with you, and then you come round here. So I can only make an assumption that you're trying to do something that you were asked to wait, and I was coming down to deal with you. So.
Well, they said it would be a long wait, so I thought I'd come around here for a bit and wait, and then go back round and.
But then the logic then is, if you leave and you come back again, you can't expect to be in the same position in the queue.
Ah, fair, that's fair. Yeah, that's
So
fair.
why are you here waiting then instead of waiting around at the front?
Because she said it would be a long wait.
Did you see how they
Then
flipping it?
Why have you come out here to wait instead of wait back in
Because
the office?
I want to.
Stand and wait.
Okay. There are specific prohibitions around police stations.
Are there?
Yes, there are.
What prohibitions are
Okay,
those?
so
That's the
you
word you were looking for.
Okay, yeah. I don't need to tell them to you verbatim.
Well, no, but if you can give me the gist of what they are and give me some sort of legislation.
It's sort of like, without going off the top of my head, I don't know exactly.
Exactly, because it's bullshit and you're making it up off the
No,
top
it's
of your
not.
head.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Sergeant.
Well,
Don't talk shit.
Why don't you let me finish and I'll explain? It's like, for example, Palace of Westminster. You can't just walk into Palace of Westminster.
Not into, no.
Exactly.
But I
Same
can
thing
film
with
it from the
police
outside.
station. The same thing as a police station. You're not allowed to just wander around police station and linger outside.
Yes, you are. There's no offensive loitering in this country. I'm in public, on a public pavement. So, yes, I can stand here for as long as I want to do. Filming and photography is not a crime. I can stand here and do that for as long as I want to do it.
Okay, but if you don't give a valid reason for that, then we have to look at it in a negative light, don't we?
No. You're making inferences on somebody's, what's the word, standing up for their right to privacy, right to private thoughts, and you're making negative inferences from that. Only a court and a jury can do that. You're not under the power to do that. You're not.
But you can see where it's suspicious.
No.
Okay.
I think what I think suspicious is 5 constables coming out and accosting a man for doing illegal activity. I think it's intimidating. I think there's no need for it. You could have come out by yourself or with your partner. 2 people would have been sufficient. Do I look like a big guy? Do I look like I'm going to try and fight you?
Sufficiency, that's up to me to decide.
Well, it's up to me to decide how long's sufficient for me to stand here doing what I'm doing, isn't it? Any of you recording me, by the way? All of you. Is there any reason and none of you verbally announced that you're recording me? Yes, you do.
No, you
College of Policing.
No, you don't.
Home Office.
No, you don't.
The Metro. Do you want me to bring up I'll tell you what, I've actually got this on my phone because I look.
Now, none of them let him know that they're recording, right? And according to their own policy, they must let you know that they are recording you. 5 of them have cameras on and are recording, but not one of them let him know, according to their own policy, that they have their cameras on. Not one of them let him know. The police violate their policy all the time because they don't know their own policy. They don't know the law. They are out there enforcing their feelings and committing human rights violations. Not just civil rights violations, human rights violations. They're using commercial codes on human beings, which is against the Geneva Convention. But since they don't even know what the Geneva Convention is, they've been doing it for so long with no accountability because of qualified immunity from judges. The Bible says, thou shalt not judge, and lawyers and politicians, because they want to steal your money, along with the King of England. They want to steal from you. And their greed is why they should all go to the gallows.
I did it this morning, all right? I'll bring it up for you. Files. Skip. Docs. All right. This is from the Metropolitan Police, not just any force. All right, okay? This is from September 2020. This was a review date of it, so it's not that long ago.
2 years.
But yeah, but not like that said. The 2014 is the College of Policing one, so it's more recent than that. It's recent enough. Okay? All police officers and police staff, including the extended police family and those working voluntarily... sorry, so that's the wrong paragraph. Here we go. Body-worn video is an overt system and should not be used for covert recording other than in exceptional circumstances and where the necessary authorities have been granted. As body-worn video is overt recording, officers must declare, whenever possible, when they are commencing audio and video recording during each and every encounter.
Wherever possible.
And where has it not been possible in this situation? Have you come out and tackled me to the ground, detaining me physically? You've had every opportunity. Well, you don't have to record inside, you don't have a camera. But all 5 of you, since we've been here, have had every opportunity to come. Hi, sir, just to let you know, you're being audio and visually recorded for my protection and your protection. And that's all pretty much all you need to say, isn't it?
If you let me finish...
No, I don't want to let you finish. Sergeant, go away. I'm done with you.
No,
you're dismissed.
No, you don't get to dismiss.
I do get to dismiss you.
If you dismiss me, that's not your capacity to say. It's an inspector or above, okay? You are not my boss.
I mean, I kind of pay your wages, though, don't I?
You don't pay me.
I do. How do I not?
Pays money, pays their wages.
Yeah, and you're accusing me of not paying my tax?
Okay, but we police...
You heard it. I really don't understand the logic of the police when they say, I don't work for you. What is a public servant? Police are public servants. But for some reason, and you keep seeing it, all police tell the public that they don't work for them. The police are public servants, but they tell you all the time that they don't work for you. I mean, your taxes pays their salary. They're public servants. But they will tell you in your face that they don't work for you. They don't work for the public. The police feel as though they're not public servants. The police feel as though they are not public servants. They feel as though they're your masters. They for some reason, these politicians have put it in the police head that they don't work for the public, they work for the politicians. And if the police work for the politicians. Who do the politicians work for? I'm not understanding that because they all get paid off of our tax dollars. They force us to pay taxes. They force us to pay taxes. Whenever you go into any store and buy anything, there's a federal tax and a state tax. You have to pay it. So they're forcing you to pay their salaries. They're forcing you to pay the police. Because you can't get any goods if you don't pay taxes. You see, you can't buy an apple from a grocery store without paying taxes. And the taxes from that apple goes to pay politicians, goes to pay police. But for some reason, they don't think that the money that you give the government to pay them, right, don't come from you. They work for the government. They don't work for you. The government don't work for you. The government is your boss. So since the government is your boss, then they are your boss. You ain't got no rights. And if you think the government is over you, the people you pay are over you, you are insane. You are more insane than the police that tell you they don't work for you. They don't work for the public. Public servants telling you that they don't work for you shows you how insane they really are. Because they are insane. Every time you hear police say, I don't work for you, a public servant, that lets you know that the police are insane. They are insane. Period. Insanity is real. You heard him.
On behalf of Her Majesty's government.
And His Majesty's government.
That's correct, my mistake. Her Majesty's government.
His Majesty's government, you just did it again.
Okay, Her Majesty. His Majesty's
There
government.
we go.
Not for you.
Have you been drinking today, Sergeant? Your cognitive abilities appear to be impaired.
No, I haven't been.
Are you sure? Would you submit to a breathalyzer?
Yes, I was meant to recognise.
Could somebody got a breathalyzer, please?
They're not for, not for roadside tests. We're not a roadside, it's not a roadside test.
Okay. So you wouldn't submit to one, if they were willing to go get one, you wouldn't submit to it then, because you're saying you would, but then you're saying, tell them not to go get
These
one.
officers, you do not have the power to compel anyone to do a breathalyzer test.
You don't have the power to compel me to do anything, but you're still stood here trying to give me directives, trying to make up bullshit.
I'm trying to talk to you.
Make up bullshit.
No, not at all.
Make up bullshit.
He simply asked you why, when you were trying to make a complaint at front office, you come round to the back.
Because I told you that's where I wanted to stand.
Okay, but we're trying to understand why.
Well, you can continue to understand what you want to try and understand.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen now. I'm going to tell you the details that you've got of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and deal with that.
Well, I mean, he's just come in on it, so he can show you exactly. It's BX18, I can't, BZA, I think? Possibly.
Again, please.
Well, I'll wait for the motorbike to go. It's a nice bike, though, actually.
Do you like my issue?
Suzuki, nice.
My issue with that, for example, that might
Handlebars.
be vehicle.
Handlebars, nice. Right.
So he has a right to privacy,
But
he doesn't have a right for you to film him coming out of his place of work.
So can I request that police officers never film my registrations?
If they have a valid police and reason for so, they can.
But you don't, do you? Because you walk around, you literally drive around with the ANPR cameras on while your vehicles are running. So if you're not driving around with a specific reason. Number plates are owned by the DVLA, not by people. They are in the public domain. They are there for a reason. There is no offence of filming somebody's number plate.
Okay, the ANPR cameras on vehicles, there's a very limited amount. I guarantee you there's only maximum 2 vehicles in there that have access to that system.
Okay.
Not on all the time.
Okay.
Obviously, have to do a specific training course to have access to the the system, the NPR system, it's like a login system.
So what are you assuming that I can do with that number plate?
Well, I don't know. For example, you can find out where the officer lives. He has
How?
a right to privacy.
How can I find out where he lives? All I can check is whether that vehicle is MOT'd and taxed. That's all I can find out legally. So unless you're implying that I'm trying to do something illegal, and at which point I suggest you to caution me. Under your pace, if you think I'm doing something illegal and committing offence, you need to caution me.
Officers have a right to privacy. Okay?
Not in public, they don't. Not no more than anybody else. You're all recording me now, and I've never said that you can't. The only issue I had is that none of you let me know. I'm not saying you can't record me, because I am in public, and under common law, you're allowed to do it. Same way that I'm allowed to do it.
Which I'm assuming you're doing now?
Pardon?
I'm assuming you're doing now?
That's my business.
Okay. So
I don't have a policy, and I'm not covered by GDPR. You guys are.
what's the registration of this vehicle?
I think it was Bravo. I don't know what X is. What's X? What's the...
X-ray.
X-ray, there we go. That makes sense. 18... Bravo, Zulu, Alpha, I believe. And as I said, this Constable 3768 Charlie Echo was just driving in on it, so I'm sure he can show you exactly which one it was on the way in.
I will go and deal with that then. Do you want the details of what's happened to that recording? Would you like to have a notification what's that result?
No, because you're going to want details for it.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, so no.
So is there anything else I can help with that?
I mean, like I said, you can leave about 20 minutes ago.
While the officers are leaving, what are you going to do now?
As I've already said, Susan, I'm going to take a drone over.
You can't fly a drone.
I absolutely can.
No, you can't.
I absolutely can.
No, you can't. That's protected.
It's absolutely not.
It is.
It's funny that, because the CAA, Altitude Angel, and NATS all completely disagree with you on that one. Are you going to argue with that? Are you going to argue with the Civil Aviation Authority?
What I'm going to do is find the police protection.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
So where have you drawn out curiosity?
That's my business as well.
With over 250 grand that you can't.
I'm aware of the legislation, thank you.
Especially over people.
I'm aware of the legislation, thank you.
Which there are people in the
I'm aware of the legislation, thank you.
Sure you will. That's what I was asking what drone it is.
Yeah, yeah. And I know what drone it is, and I know that I'm within legislation, so I'm fine.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
But you know what I really don't understand? The police always talking about for police protection. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Your job as a policy and code enforcer, as a peace officer, is to put your life on the line. And you're more worried about police safety. That's the first thing you always come up with is police safety. Why would you need safety from the people that pay you? Why would you feel threatened by the people that pay you? I'm not understanding how a police officer talks about police protection. If you are afraid, then you should quit that job, because the job consists of you putting your life on the line. And if you need protection, you have a gun, a vest, a taser, a baton. You have all of these things at your disposal. So when you talk about someone recording in public is somehow, connected to police safety, what about public safety from the police? What about the public's safety from the police? The police need to be safe from the people that they pay, but the people that they pay are not safe. But the people that pay them are not safe from them. It doesn't make any sense. The people that pay the police are not safe from the police. But the police need to be safe from the people that pay them. Somebody is doing something wrong here. Because this is insanity. This is total insanity. Nothing is sane about the police whatsoever. Nothing that they say, nothing that they do. It's insanity.
You guys got a shit reputation here, and this is why people keep coming. And this is exactly why people keep coming. This situation right here.
So, Trespass Protected starts sections 128 to 131, the Serious Organised Crime Police Selection Act 2004.
Yeah, police stations aren't involved in that, I'm afraid. There's a list of about 7 places in the UK that are covered by that. MI6 would be one of them, for example.
It's Crown Lands.
Yeah, not all Crown Land. Specific Crown Land. And I suggest you look up which sites are protected. I can guarantee you none of these are. And plus, you don't own the airspace. So, flying a drone over would not count as trespassing. The only time that flying a drone over would count as trespassing is if I were within a airspace with which you would be expected to reasonably enjoy as part of your premises, which I would say, from the top of your building down, I would say would be reasonably within your expectation to enjoy your airspace. Higher than that, it wouldn't be trespassing. So try again, Sergeant. Don't make up bullshit.
Okay.
You're not going to win this.
Isn't there something about you've got to be able to see the drone and where it is at all times?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how can you see that when you're next to the wall?
Because, do you know how angles work?
Yes, I do.
Right, okay. So, imagine this, right? I'm not approaching you in an aggressive way, right? But imagine this, right? I'm stood here. I can't see horizontally, right? But if I'm flying a drone, and the drone's up there, right, I've got a pretty good line of sight. If I go to the other side of the street, that gives me a greater angle and a greater line of sight. That's how maths works. Would you like any more free lessons? Or should I start charging you?
Patronise me, to be honest.
Well, I'd rather you bugger off. And stop talking shit that you don't know anything about. Don't make up legislation to try to stop me from doing illegal activity.
What I would say is that I believe if you are caught with a drone, you have to provide the licence.
Nope, only if you suspect me of committing there's a very specific list of offences under the ANO 2016 which you would need to reasonably suspect me of committing for you to be able to demand any sort of information. So, again, just stop talking shit.
Yeah. I'm asking a question, I'm sorry. I'm not talking shit.
It's not my job to stand here and educate you on the law, is it? I know my law because I read up on it. It's embarrassing that when a member of the public knows more about legislation than you do. Embarrassing.
It is.
You're a sergeant.
Yes, and we have a very wide range of issues to deal with.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have access to drone impression.
Well, perhaps when you looked up your phone about the trespassing issue that you were trying to enforce about the drone, perhaps you should try looking up legislation before you start throwing it out and actually seeing if your suspicions and what you may think is actually accurate before you start going accusing members of the public of doing shit wrong. How about that for a start?
Feelings, police.
Are you finished?
No, I'm not. I'm not finished until you bugger off.
Well, if you're allowed to stand here, I want to stand here.
Well, the longer you stand here, the longer I'm standing here, so I've got all day, to be honest with you.
Ignorant.
You really think your inspector's going to think this is a very useful way of using your time?
You see, the police demand respect. The reason why they demand respect It's because they can throw you in jail and kill you. They can make your life miserable. So they demand respect. If you don't respect them, they'll throw you in jail or kill you. They don't care about the law. They put their uniform on to get some respect. Not to keep the peace. To get some respect. You're gonna respect this costume. That's how they feel. You're gonna respect this costume. Look at me. My costume is clean, nice, neat. I have a tie on. Look at me. Look at me. You're gonna respect me. You're going to respect me. Look at me. You're going to respect me. I don't have to respect you. I'm a police officer. You're going to respect me. Look at my costume. It's clean. It's ironed. I have a tie on and a hat. You're going to respect my costume. I don't care about the law. I want some respect. Yeah. Oh, they don't care nothing about respecting you. That don't mean nothing to them. But you are going to respect them.
Absolutely disgusting. Bethnal Green again. Let's try and get a nice smile, boys. That's it, fold your arms. Really defensive and professional. Body language counts for a lot.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the way that you're crossing your arms and coming across very defensive is not very open and inviting to a member of the public, is it?
What's your opinion?
No, it's, I'm actually a psychologist, so I actually know a lot about my body language. I am by training, so yeah. See, this constable has it right, being standing very professionally. You've been very quiet throughout most of the interaction, and you're actually acting a lot more professional. Oh, hiccup.
I mean, you barking out orders, but then you got to look this shit up to see if you right. You barking out orders, but now you gotta
really funny that
you gotta look it up.
The MPS. Most other forces are really getting on
They
with
don't
it.
know the law.
The MPS are just the slowest force to learn.
Y'all support this thing. Y'all bag the thin blue line.
No wonder you guys are under special measures.
I would say you are being quite offensive in two of my colleagues were stabbed over the weekend.
Pardon?
Two of our colleagues were stabbed over the weekend.
Right.
And we've just done the largest police operations since the 1950s with regards to the Queen's funeral.
Okay.
Just say your demeanour comes across, as you said, as a psychologist, as quite disrespectful when officers do put their lives on the
Okay.
line.
I don't owe any respect to anybody who's going to come out authoritatively with directives and not approach in the right way. I'm actually quite an amenable person. You come to me with the respect that a member of the public deserves from a constable, and you'll get that back from me. You come out the way your constables came out, you're going to get this from me. So you will get the respect that you give. You don't automatically deserve respect. And if you're in a headspace to approach a member of the public properly because of the job that you've been doing. You need to take personal leave for a personal day because it is your job to come into work every single day and treat every single member of the public with the respect that they deserve, regardless of what else you've been doing on duty, regardless of it.
Okay, so I think you'll find that we spoke to you and asked you what you were doing here.
Yeah, and when I decided that I didn't want to tell you, I didn't raise my voice to you at that point. At that point, I said, I don't want to answer you, I don't want to tell you anything. No, but then at that point, you keep pushing, you keep trying to give directives, and then your sergeant comes out trying to make up bullshit, and I won't have it. I won't be intimidated out of exercising my rights. It just won't happen. It's never going to happen.
I think we've done what we could do here.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck all.
Fuck off.
So yeah, it's called the Walk of Shame.
The greatest walk of shame ever.
Should cover that pin, Sergeant. That wasn't very secure, was it?
Dumbass.
I'll blur that out, don't worry.
Greatest walk of shame ever.
Absolute fucking thugs.
Thugs. It all started in the UK. And that's where it's going to end. Yes, policing started in the UK.
So there we have it, guys.
And it's going to end
Bethnal
there.
Green.
With those
What a
criminals.
disgrace.
Genocidal maniacs.
I am going to get that drone over.
Drone time, baby. Yeah. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. There's some whole motherfucking police. I can't stand them bitch motherfuckers. No way they can kiss my ass any day. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. There's some whole motherfuckers that they really is. I don't give a fuck how you feel about them bitch motherfuckers. You can kiss them blue line ass all you want. It don't matter to me, no. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the thing blue line. Fuck all police. They genocidal maniacs. Just listen to me. These bitch motherfuckers violate all our rights. Don't give a fuck no day, no night. They don't give a fuck how they treat us. We pay them niggas. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck about no police. Fuck the motherfucking police. They also motherfucking hoes and they can go, yo, no, where they can go. Kiss my ass, all police. Y'all get fucked on with the bullshit. You enforcing commercial codes on human beings. You bitch. All you bitch motherfuckers can go. I don't give a fuck. OG, y'all know me. Hey, Chicago, the city of the shop, nigga. Fuck all the police, bitches, pussy motherfuckers. They know I don't give a fuck. For real.
So there we have it, guys. That wraps